Hey guys, I shot every single one of these bows. I used a 420 grain arrow at 29 inches and 70 pounds. And we're talking about a Mathews, a Bear, a Hoyt, a PSE, top bows from all these companies. And I also did an APA, I just threw that in there for fun. And we'll see how the results went. All right, let's start with the Hoyt Helix. So it's got medium weight of 4.3 pounds. It says the IBO is 342. We all know that's not going to happen. With the arrow that I shot it at the draw length that I was using, it went 299. So mid-range for speed, actually mid-high. This was very quick. I wasn't expecting it to be that quick. It's got the 85% let off, 6-inch brace height, 30.5-inch axle to axle. Let's talk about the actual bow. It feels awesome. All right, I really love the feel of this bow. The balance is perfect. They have these larger, you can see it's got a larger bottom than it does top. And they did that so that it balances perfect at the top of your hand there. If I can get it to balance, there we go. So it balances perfect at the top of your hand, which is really important when you're shooting long distance. It just feels great. This is a great feeling bow, great grip, and it's just one of my favorites. The system on this, the yokes make this easy to tune. This bottom piece makes it a little bit hard for the Vertix to switch strings. That's my problem, not yours. And also there's these guys here, which I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there we go. They're in the string. They also help silence it down, which is kind of cool. So overall, great bow. My only complaint about Hoyt is the same as always. They overspray, and the overspray often gets in the threading, so you might have to chase your threading before you put on any accessories. That's it. Great bow.
What's the reason for that?
Mathews Vertix is the next one up here. Beautiful bow, beautiful finish as always from Mathews, no surprise there. Monster big cams, all right? They are just, that's like one of the first things you're gonna notice. The cams are just ginormous. The way the riser is designed is there's almost no hand shock. That's kind of the Mathews thing, no hand shock, right? Let's go over the specs. So the ATA axle to axle on this is 30 inches, got a 6-inch brace height. The IBO they say should be 343. We all know that's BS. The actual with the arrow that I shot was 279. So that's actually the slowest of the ones we shot. It was 279. And it's also the heaviest at 4.7 pounds for the riser. However, far and away, this was the easiest on my shoulder to shoot. It was the easiest to draw. It was the easiest to shoot. It was the nicest and most fun bow to shoot. I'm also super accurate with it. So although it definitely sacrifices a touch of speed, it's way more forgiving and a lot nicer to shoot, especially if you're going to shoot a lot and be repetitive. It's just great. The updates on the cage riser gives it a good stiffness. It just feels good. I also like the updated grip. I was not a fan of that flat back grip, so the new grip is much nicer. And that's pretty much it about the Vertix. I love this bow. I think it's definitely balancing more toward forgiving and feels great. Bear Divergent is up. So the Bear Divergent is way cheaper than every other one in this category. I almost hesitated to put it in here because it's about $300 less than every other one that's on this group. And it feels like it's $300 less than every other one in this group. It's fast. I mean, so let's go over the specs. The ATA is short with a 28-inch axle to axle, 6.5-inch brace height. The IBO is 338. So even though the IBO says it's slower than the rest of these bows, it's shot right up with them at 296 with the arrow that I used. It also is the lightest of the group, probably because the axle to axle is so short, but it's the lightest of the group at 3.9 pounds. However, it's got a 75% let off. That's one of the ways they get that speed, and so it's definitely not as forgiving when you're holding it back. The other is that it does twang you a little bit. All right, it does feel a little tinny almost when you shoot it. You're getting big bow performance for $300 less, but you're sacrificing some stuff, and you can really feel it with this Bear Divergent. It's got nice cams, good string, good quality overall. Like, it looks nice, it feels nice. The way that they do their cable guard is really cool on the Bears. And Bear has a great name, and they stand behind their product. But all that said, it definitely feels different than the others. It feels a lot more twangy than every other one in here. And that's the difference. That's the Bear. We're on the PSE now. This is the PSE Evoke 31. Honestly, I really loved last year's PSE, and the only thing they've done much different on this one was stiffening up the riser with a cage, and they did like some different paint schemes. This is a great bow. It was a great bow last year. The new name has not changed that. The Evolve cam system is unbelievable. To get 90% let off and then have the adjustability to do 85, 80, and easy switching. These cams are just the best in the industry. It's just a great setup. As for shot feel, it's kind of medium in the group. It's a speed bow, and it feels like a speed bow. It's real fast. It's forgiving though, so you don't have to worry about it too much. I also like the way they've done this with the roller on the cable guard. It's kind of slick. You can always upgrade to one if you don't have one, but it's a good setup, nice finish, and it's actually a pretty decent bow for the money too. So let's go over some specs on it. So it's a 31-inch axle to axle on this one. You can get it in a couple different ones. The brace height is 6 inches. The IBO says it's 342. We actually had it coming in instead at 294 feet per second with the arrow. And so that's right in there with the top bows. It is a little on the heavy side with a 4.3 pounds. But again, it has the 90% let off. I did decibel tests on all these bows, and this was the quietest. That really surprised me. The PSE was the quietest out of the bunch. I don't know if that was like a aberration or what, but it was nice, and I know that these bows are great. I really expected the Mathews to be the quietest. It was the second quietest, but yeah, it's really good. Anyway, great bow. I always love these Evolve Cam. Can't get any better. My one complaint about an Evolve Cam, if you blow a string, this Y, let's say you cut the string, this Y, as this thing comes over, is going to crunch your cam. So you will blow up your cam if this string comes off. I think if they had stretched this out just a little bit further, you would have less catastrophic injuries. So don't try fire. All right, we got the APA here. This is the one I told you was going to be in the video. And there's some crazy features on this APA from Canada. What's kind of cool is it's got this fang. Oh, you can't even see that. It's got this fang up on the top where you can hold on to it, you know, put it on a branch or whatever. You've got this here so you can grip it nicely, which is kind of cool if you're hiking through the woods with it. It literally has its own broadhead sharpener. It's got a pin so that you can draw it and stop the draw cycle and to change the string. It's got a wrench for your broadheads. I mean, there's every bell and whistle. Here's the problem. I don't like it. It really bites. It stings your hand when you shoot it. Now, this is their King Cobra, which is the least forgiving of their models. So we gotta go with that. But I think it's price-wise right up there with the other bows, and speed-wise, it's up there with the other bows in this list. So it really needed to get talked about. The cams are much smaller than anything else in this group. The adjustability is module based, so it's not very adjustable. You gotta order the module that you want. The speed is not bad. It's really good. But it says it's a 370 foot per second bow, ATA. It's 314. So it's definitely the fastest of the ones that we tested. So with that arrow, it was 314. So it was definitely the fastest of the ones that we tested, which is nice. So if you were just like speed, this is a great bow. Although I'd also look at an Expedite from PSE. That's a fast bow and a lot more forgiving and a lot easier to shoot and a lot easier on your hand and a lot less expensive. These APAs are pretty expensive. As for the finish, looks good. Strings, meh. Strings that come on it are okay. Yeah, my overall impression is just like, it's so close, but not quite where I'd want it to be. I like the single, like it's not a split limb, right? So that's kind of nice, makes tuning easier. It tunes really touchy, and I mean really touchy. Like this dual cam, it's really, really touchy. But enough about the APA. It's got a 31-inch brace height. It's got, 6-inch brace height, 31 axle to axle. It's a little on the heavy side with a touch over 4 pounds, but it's fast. So if all you wanted was fast, with cool and lots of bells and whistles, and hey, nobody else is gonna have one, that's the bow for you. I would stick with a major instead, I think. That's kind of how I would land on that. But I had one, wanted to put it in the video. Cool. Have a great day. Thanks so much.